what would the title be?
Ooh.
Take your life seriously. Off the top of my head. And I say that because I think some of the episodes of my character are very much about the cycle of life and death. And he brings a gravitas to events in the show, but he also looks at the responsibility of creation and the idea that the living are part of the dying, living cycle. So that's why I say that.
Ooh, what would you call it?
Make the most of it.
Yes. What about you? You don't get away with it, Lisa.
Maybe something's gotta give.
Okay. New bestsellers.
Here you go. Soon, coming to a bookstore near you. Good question. Thank you. Got our brains really working there. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Marley from Paris,
Ooh.
Ontario.
Got it.
Yeah. we have them all in Ontario, don't we?
My question is, how many chickens do you think it would take to defeat you in a fight?
That's a good one. How many chickens do you think it would take to defeat either one of our deaths? How many chickens do you think it would take?
Well, like either the deaths or just you guys as people. Like you have to fight chickens, how many do you think it would take?
76.
6, 7.
3. Because I get confused. I try and, yes, I go for one and then they surround me and do something nasty and kept me behind. I get confused very quickly by chickens. They're very quick. Yeah. What a fascinating question.
Everybody's like, it's true.
Do you live on a farm in Paris, Ontario?
No, there's farmland around me, but it was just curiosity to see.
Yeah.
3 versus 76.
How about you? How many would it take for you?
Probably like 3,000.
Oh wow.
I used to drink.
Like, good luck getting me.
Yeah. I drunk at a number of establishments, bars and pubs, and I realized that they all have some enigmatic names. Like one was the Jersey Giant, another one was the Jason George, and it's because they're the names of cockfighting, because that used to be a big deal in Britain and in Ontario when a lot of the British came over and would put spikes on the back heels of chickens. And so we have a lot of chicken and rooster culture in Ontario, and I didn't even know about it. But you look at the names of a lot of bars, and they're often named after chickens. There you go.
Thank you.
Now you know. Now you know. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Aruj, and I'm from Brampton, so not too far. My question is, Lisa, were you able to get any advice on playing death from Julian when you took over?
Ooh, I did not get any advice.
You're on your own, Lisa.
But I'll take some now. No, I didn't get any advice, but I'm such a huge fan of the show. I've watched the series a couple of times myself. It's a really beautiful world to exist in, and so when I even got my first scene that I was doing, I was very aware of death and what had happened, and so in my world, and this is just how because as an actor, you gotta make choices, but in my world, I always thought that Billy was death, because I have a line where I say, the old death thought that was cute, kind of thing. And when I read that, I was like, well, if I'm saying it like that, I mean, well, who's the new death? And I think if I was an actor who didn't watch the show, I probably would have given that line a different reading, and I would have had a different interpretation of it, but because I was like, well, I know that he just got axed, maybe I'm the new death. I don't know how things work in this world. And so I just started from there. And so every time I would play Billy, it was always with a sense of more knowledge than I think she was written with in the beginning. And so by the time I became deaf, which is a fun story all on its own, but by the time I became deaf, it felt like a natural progression. And so because I started off in one role and then moved into another, I never had the opportunity to do it, but I think if I went right into deaf, I would have been like, hey, Julian, just wanted to pick your brain about this part. I think if it had gone in that sequence of events, I probably would have done that, but because of how it unfolded, I had to make it up as I went along, and that's what I did. Yeah. Thanks for your question. Awesome.
Hello.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Jenna Square. I'm Layla. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh, hey, welcome.
My question is, if you were a baked potato, what toppings would make you complete?
All of that.
I'm pretty straightforward. Cheese and bacon.
Same.
And sour cream.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
I was just about to say, I'm like, but I'd add some
Oh,
salad.
and maybe a little bit of onion. A little bit of sprinkle.
Well, you could twist my arm with that one. I'd be a yes and as well.
You're talking to somebody who likes potatoes. I grew up in the UK, so everything's chips or potatoes. And I'm considered to be a potato expert in my family.
Oh.
I'm not a cook by any means, but I
In terms
know
of
my
eating.
potatoes. I like it.
Same. I think we could share a potato.
All right.
There we go.
There you go.
Thanks for your question and welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. My name is Sam, and I'm from Thunder Bay.
Ooh, hey, welcome.
And my question to both of you is, for specifically for death, as in the first step, sorry. I'm wondering why exactly did Death choose pizza as his favorite? And for her, Billy, I'm wondering if since you were deaf, what would your favorite be?
Did you say
Why did you like pizza?
pizza was my favorite? Because the script said so. But seriously, within that there's an element of truth, because I think what they were doing that was the first scene with Death. There was the intro, and then there's the whole pizza parlor, right? And I think it was a great bit of writing where they were throwing out some ideas about death and seeing what would work. And I think it was brilliant, the idea of, hey, let's put it in a pizza parlor and let's make Death really interested in pizza. So in other words, he's interested in human things, even though he's the most powerful creature in the universe. And it worked. And I think from there, the writers built on that. So I always go back to pizza as being the one, the best thing. And I think most fans think the same thing too, that they equate Death with pizza. I do the same. Because it was the first and the strongest episode in many ways. And then they just riffed on that from then on and started to get other food, which I liked as well, by the way, especially the pickle chips. Never had pickle chips before. Yeah. What about you, Lisa? What would your favorite food be? As Billy?
You know, we were actually talking about it when we were filming of like, ooh, does Billy have a food? And we were playing around with the idea of like grapes. Just because we were going from like food that gave you life, you know, like from the earth and life-giving foods, and I just ate it, you know? So, but then it never happened, and we were like, oh, we gotta move on, time. But I was like, I always thought that was really fun, you know, to kind of, if we could have gone there so that our deaths could be quite different.
Yeah.
In all the ways.
They would be very different too,
Yeah.
because grapes are so elegant.
Exactly.
You're so elegant.
You know?
The food I eat is messy and
Yeah.
full of sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought it would have been fun, but we never got to go all the way with that. But that's a very, very astute question. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Atusa. I'm from Iran.
Hi, nice to have you here.
Thank you. My question for you is, what do you think happens after we die?
What do you think happens after we die?
As our characters, you mean?
No, really, in life.
Oh, really? Wow, we're getting into some
Gen
deep
Z, what do you think
philosophy.
happens after we
I
die?
have no idea.
No idea. I have no idea either.
Yeah,
If you had to answer.
If I had to guess, I think we go to a place in my heart of hearts where you get to meet up with all of your loved ones that you've lost, and you get to reconnect with, the pets and the places get to exist in your world free of sadness and sorrow and heartache, and you get to experience a world filled with true love that feels like you're just in a tractor beam of love all the time.
I have no idea. I've dealt a lot with aging and dying parents and relatives in the last few years, and what I am aware is how much they live on within us, and their energy and their positivity often, and their negativity, still influences people, and I see it reflected in relatives handed down through generations. So I don't have a religious faith that kind of clarifies those ideas for me, but I continue to search, and I'm overawed by it and the whole question. I have no simple answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think it can be a simple answer, but I definitely think there's a reunion of some sorts. Hi.
Wow, I think we better pick ourselves up after that one. Thanks for the question, that's great.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm from Quebec.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello, Quebecers.
My question is, which Winchester brother do you think is your character's favorite?
I can answer that. I don't know that he's my favorite, but he's the person that I deal with most of all, and that's Dean, obviously. And he's the one that Death has that kind of uncle relationship with, where he annoys Death and he wants to tweak him around the ear and tell him off, but he also likes him. He's got a real soft spot for him. So he's the brother that my character deals with most of all.
Oh no, the same. They continue that, for sure, because I was always with Jensen and doing scenes with Dean, and I don't think it's as much of a loving relationship as much as a frustrating, sparring kind of, who's gonna win kind of relationship. But but also I think Dean is Billy's favorite because of the challenge.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, it's a challenge between the two. There's always a sense of a bit of a battle or a game going on between them. Yeah.
Great question.
Thank you.
Merci.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
I'm Alistair. I'm from Scotland.
Oh, welcome.
And, my question for you is, in some mythologies, a condemned soul is allowed to challenge death to a game to get like a second chance, or maybe death's ring or whatever. So as Death, and you have to protect the rules and so on, if a condemned soul were challenging you to a game, what game are you hoping they pick? What are you going to win at?
Tiddlywinks. Because I can cheat that very easily, I think. And I think I could bend the direction of the little buttons that go. And I could call foul and cheat. And whereas if it's a big physical game, I know, I think it would be harder to influence, let's say.
That's a good one. I love it. I would choose this one because I could cheat and make it my way. That's my favorite answer yet. I would probably choose war, because there's just so much chance in it. With like, do you know how to play war?
No.
Does anybody know how to play war? Okay, we gonna get a game going. But But it's like basically you just split the deck in half and you just keep turning to see who gets
Oh.
the highest card.
Yeah.
And if you match a card, then you have war, and you flip 3 more cards, and then whoever has the highest of that gets to take the pile, and whoever has the most cards, you're like, I won.
It's funny that we both choose sort of small board games.
Yeah, I wasn't choosing
rather than being
Twister.
heroic things, and I'm sure you were thinking that we were going to come up with a
Yeah.
heroic answer. No.
You're like mafia.
I had no idea what you were going to.
Oh, okay. How about yourself? What do you think?
If it were me challenging death, you will find out at the photo op in about half an hour.
Okay.
Great question. Hi, how are you?
Hi there. Bethan from Toronto.
Oh, hey.
Originally Montreal, but now Toronto.
Okay.
Specifically for Julian, and this is going to go a little bit into the past, but my mother is a fellow University of Exeter alumni. A couple of years before you, by about a decade and a half. What is your favorite memory of the Cornwall coast, and specifically Exeter University?
Exeter.
Does it resemble my mother's?
Devon. It's Devon, Cornwall, the West Country. It's beautiful around there. My favourite memories. So I went to University of Exeter. I studied drama there, and at the time, this was in the 70s in the UK, the English weekly repertory theatre system was kind of in decline. Television had changed people's social habits, and people weren't going to the theatre on a regular basis, and traditional repertory companies were getting less and less. So there was a move to concentrate on theatre in non-traditional spaces, like seniors' homes, schools, community centres, talk about social issues rather than do Shakespeare, so it was a shift. I was part of that, and I really enjoyed it, and that opened my eyes to a whole load of different ways of looking at performance. Balinese puppet theatre, for instance, was like, I couldn't believe it. It was just this art form that I'd never heard of and I'd never been exposed to before, and it touched the soul in a way that I can't explain, So it changed my life because it started me on a road towards, and I'm still on that road, towards the discovery of performance and acting. And I was blessed that it was in those surroundings, and I really felt comfortable there and kind of loved. It's a very loving environment. I guess the closest I can think of in Canada is the East Coast, the Annapolis Valley or somewhere in Nova Scotia, say. So it's a beautiful kind of setting that's both, it's got a bit of an edge to it, but it was also very comforting. It's a long-winded answer, but yeah.
Thank you.
And how? What did your mum, you said, went there?
Yeah, BSc is 64, and just as Bachelor of Science.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was also on the debate team.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And she got the band Cream at their final dance one spring, just after they had signed the big contract. And after they had signed the contract for their dance, they signed the big contract for their album, and they said, we're not going to do the show. And my mom said, yes, you are, we have a contract. So, Ginger, Eric, and the one everybody forgets, and I keep forgetting myself, played the final dance.
Ginger Baker, Cream the band. Ginger Baker, Eric Clapton, and Jack Bruce.
Jack Bruce, thank you.
Yeah, I'm an old guy too.
No, Mom graduated 15 years before you did, I think, in 64.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
So much.
Thanks for the memory. Okay. Hello.
Hello. Colleen,
Hi.
Upper Beaches.
Okay. Hi.
Lisa, are you going to do any more stand-up?
Oh, absolutely, yes. That was such a fun experience. I did a stand-up special called Emancipation Jokes, and it was for Free Up. And I got nominated for a Canadian Screen Award for it as well. So I was very excited about it. I was like, get out of here! But yeah, no, it was a really fun experience, and I just love the freedom of it and the off-the-cuffness of it. So yeah, definitely. Thank you. To be continued.
Is it terrifying doing it?
Not really. It was just more fun. Like, it felt like, I mean, I think you think you're gonna be nervous, and then it feels like sliding into a warm bath, and you're like, I could stay here all day. You know, if you've never done it, even if you're not even thinking about doing stand-up, like, it's just worth to do it once, because I promise you, like, you'll be like, how am I going to talk about anything for 3 minutes? And then they're like, cut, the light's on, and you're like, it's been 7 minutes. And you just have to get off the stage, and you're like, felt really good. Ba-da-ba. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I'm Cora.
Hi, Cora. Where are you from?
Wordsworth. It's a couple hours away.
Okay.
I was wondering what your guys' favorite thing about each of your characters is.
Favorite thing about each of our characters?
Well, sorry. Sense of humor. I think the fact that my character definitely has a twinkle in his eye, and he doesn't necessarily take himself or everything else very seriously, even though he is a very serious person. That's me. I've been told not to touch the bottom. Sorry.
You're dead.
Yeah. So I think the twinkle in the eye is a really nice character trait for my character.
I think the question was, what did you like about each other's characters?
Oh, each other. See, there I am talking about myself.
No, but what I love about your version of death is just how subtle you were. And it was like, there's a way of being like very menacing, but you just were so casual about it that it was eerie. You know? That was my favorite thing.
Well, for you, I would say your elegance, the fact that you command the space and take the space, and and have a sort of a natural kind of flow, or sort of people come to you and have to listen to you.
Wow. Oh my God, that just complimented me, guys. Oh my God. Thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's your name? Where are you from?
Sarah, from Newfoundland and Labrador, from Cambridge. Myself and my twin and all of us are here today. I was wondering if, Lisa, when you were on Hudson and Rex, how was your experience?
Oh. Yeah, oh, hey, hi, Hudson and Rex. Good old Canadian show. That was such a fun experience. It was just nice to be out there on the coast, and the food's amazing, the people were amazing, the dog was incredible. There's like 4 of them though. It's not just one, you know? And just a really great experience. Yeah, thanks for watching. That was one of those, like, I don't know if anybody ever saw me on it, but I had a great time kind of show, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks. We have a replacement mic coming in. We have a replacement mic coming in.
It's always great when people mention some of the Canadian shows that we do, because they don't get the hype and the publicity that a lot of the other ones that we're recognized for do. So, when people come up to me and say, you were in Heartland, or, and a whole
We were in Heartland on the same episode. How wild.
And Republic of Doyle and Murdoch Mysteries and all the other sort of staples for the Canadian actors. It's always fun for people to go, hey, you were in, so.
I now have a goal of being on Murdoch Mysteries just because I feel like I'm the only Canadian who has not done an episode of Murdoch Mysteries. I was like, everybody's done an episode. I was like, nope, not everybody. Not everybody. Thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm good, thank you. My name is Amber and I'm from Ottawa. My question is for Julian. Death's entrance has to probably be one of the most widely recognized and iconic entrances.
Actually, the truth is, I was cold and I didn't know what was going on because it was that I'd arrived in Vancouver the night before. We started shooting very, very early on the backlot, which is sort of an outdoor set that looks like the streets of Chicago. And it was like shivering cold, like 6 a.m. as soon as the daylight was coming up. And whenever you do a montage like that, it's all kinds of like a shot of your hand, a shot of your foot coming out the door, repeat, repeat, repeat. So I had no idea of what it would look like once it was edited. And of course I had no idea about that amazing song either. And the amazing song really pulls everything together. And my biggest memory of it is trying to drive that car. Where they said, here you go, here's the keys, get in, and we just want you to drive over there and hit that mark just by the camera. And I'm looking at the camera and there's lights on the way and there's different things. And I get in and I start to steer the car and I turn the steering wheel and it goes, like this, nothing happens. So basically, I just closed my eyes and hope. So I've got, like, yes, when I look back on it, wow, I look really cool. At the time, I can tell you, I was terrified. I was probably more terrified than the poor guy that I struck my shoulder towards and fell down. So that's the truth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love that. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Where are you
Hi,
from?
I'm Marie. I'm from Quebec.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to bounce on the subject of the death intro song. And I was wondering, what song would you guys use as an intro for each one of you?
Oh, well, you mean for the other character, or for?
Well, for you guys as a person, individual.
Oh, like what song would we want to be introducing us as?
Yeah.
Us as death or us
as yourselves?
Oh, like as myself,
Yeah.
like
As Lisa.
I'm walking down the street and you hear the song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Pharrell's Happy.
That's a great one. I don't know.
I'm so sorry. They made me come out here.
Well,
I didn't want to.
Well, I need an intro. I need an intro song for Julian, not for Deb.
Perfect.
What's a good intro song?
There you go.
And you don't want Fear the Reaper?
No.
Okay. Won't Get Fooled Again? Okay. The Who? I don't know. Won't Get Fooled Again.
Neil Young's Helpless.
Nice.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.